What's up, everybody?
Hello.
Pew Pew Nation Live, episode 15. And as you guys can see, we have a special guest in the studio today.
Yours truly.
So for those of you that don't know, this is Moey Grossman, my wife, a.k.a. Moey. We always talk. She always sits there and comments back and forth. She's the one you always hear cackling in the background randomly.
Yep.
That's her. So
Guilty as charged.
What's up, everybody? She is joining us today, and we're going to talk about some different stuff. We're going to talk about women's carry, obviously, because we have a woman with us today that can actually discuss her challenges and kind of how she does it and all that good stuff. So let's let a couple people get on here. If you are on here, leave us a comment, give us some likes, things like that, so we know that you're here. Let's see who we got so far. Ashley, what's going on? Katie Hunter, how's it going? Matt Fisher, how's it going, buddy? Chris, what's going on? Matthew Brennan, he said, pew, 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 nation. What's up, Andy? Hope you're all locked and loaded for this lawless world without police. Stand up and start voting right now. So we're going to talk about that a little bit, obviously, here. And then I'm just going to tell you guys that we have a couple cool giveaways. I'm not even going to reveal it yet. Should we? No. But some cool stuff from Freedom Fatigues. So make sure you guys hang out. Ask some questions. We have a Q&A portion every single time. And we're going to go over the Walther P1. So we're going back in history a little bit today. The gun I wanted to talk about is lost in the mail. So that's awesome. I'm real excited about that.
Excellent.
So hopefully they find it before I have to file a report with the ATF.
That'll be fun.
It's great. What's up, Scott? Michelle Toy, how's it going? Ashley said she's enjoying the storm. Yeah, we had a crazy storm come through. I'm looking out the window in front of me, and there's a big log, big branch hanging over the road or in the road, and everybody is really dumb and they just keep running through it. So if you hear some weird crunching noises, it's pretty loud when they hit it. So we'll see if we can hear it. So, is that a Freedom Fatigue shirt you're wearing? It is a Freedom Fatigue shirt that I'm wearing, Matt Fisher. This is their Order Chaos shirt. Obviously, the thin blue line. So we all know what that means, hopefully. And we're going to talk about that a little bit today. Obviously, it's on the side over there. It's hard to figure out which way I'm supposed to be going. So we're going to talk about thin blue line. We're going to talk about police a little bit today. Not going to get into it too much, but I'm going to give you guys my 2 cents on the whole situation. And if I lose some people because of it, then I don't really care. Because
they were never our people to begin with.
Yep, pretty much. So, Fred, what's going on? Justin, how's it going? Bunch of people coming on here. So, all right, so we'll get started. So we're going to start by, I told you guys last week about my niece, Marcy's 9th birthday. So her birthday was yesterday, and she gave us like this big long birthday list. Like my brother and my sister-in-law sent us this big long list, and she wants this and this and this and this.
Girl
like,
stuff.
Yeah, I'm like,
leggings, hair stuff.
Yeah, I'm like, this is dumb.
9-year-old stuff.
This is dumb. 9-year-old doesn't want leggings, hair ties.
I mean,
no.
I'd take that.
No, they don't want it. So I decided I'm getting them I'm getting her a Pew Pew Nation style gift. So I bought her a gun. That's a natural thing to do, right? Buy a 9-year-old a gun.
It was
I don't know.
pretty standard around here.
Yeah, I don't see any issue with it.
No.
Chris said never are people to begin with.
That's right.
Nope. So I bought my 9-year-old niece a gun, BB gun, like one of the air ones that you pump up.
Correct.
So she has never been interested in guns at all, ever. I started doing this stuff. She started really getting into it. She's in my office one day where we do this right where we're sitting right now, and she wanted to see every gun I had. Literally every single gun. There we go, that's better. Every single gun that I had. So I'm like showing her, and I'm showing her the different ammo, and I'm showing her all this stuff. And she's been just obsessed with it lately. So I thought it was natural to get her own BB gun to start her off. So she wanted to learn how to shoot. So I took this video yesterday, and you guys,
It's epic.
it is. It's
I mean,
epic.
her face says it all. It brought tears to my eyes.
It did. It really
made
did.
me very proud.
So the video's playing on the side here. Watch this video, and you guys are gonna laugh. So we gave her, as you can see, it starts off. We gave her a target, and she's like, "What the hell is this? I don't understand what this is." So then in the other box that she's opening up, I had all the accessories. So I had like this other little steel target, like BB trap thing. I had shooting glasses and BBs. So that's what was in this box that she's opening up. And she's still, like, you can see her face, she's just super, super confused. And it was really funny. Because she just had no idea what to expect. She's like trying to be, I felt like she was trying to be nice. Like,
Right.
oh,
Like,
cool,
oh,
I got this present.
What am I gonna do with it?
Yeah, but at the same time, she was like, "Where's the leggings and the girly stuff
Nail
and hair
polish
ties and all
stuff.
that?"
Yeah.
And then you guys will see here in a second.
Something on your leg.
And keep in mind, she's 9, and she has probably the greatest facial expressions of all time. So
It's worth the watch.
my skills from her.
Ooh. I got
Hi, Cindy.
some shooting
Debbie, how's it going?
balls.
Said she found you,
Ballistic
found me.
shooting
Awesome.
glasses.
Glad that you found it.
Pink.
So those are her ballistic shooting glasses. They're pink.
Yep, pink shooting glasses, safety first. That was a necessity if she
Yeah.
was going to be shooting it. So, and everybody keep in mind this is a BB gun, so everybody can relax.
Yep. Copper.
There's the BBs.
She's reading it. She's like, okay.
Yeah,
what
she
am
was
I?
like, "Oh, they're so heavy, BBs."
Right.
Trap
What just happened?
shot.
That's a little target. It's a little steel trap target thing. Pretty cool. You hit the target, and it sticks up. It's like magnetic. And then if you hit the center, they drop back down, so you don't have to go back out there to reset it.
And there's one more that Colton has for you. This one.
Jason, what's going on? Jason said, "Where's my birthday AR?" So
Might be in the
then-
safe.
Yeah. So then I slid her the last part of the gift here. So watch her face here,
The
guys.
second she tears the corner,
Get
it's
ready. Get ready for it.
The tears.
It is absolutely epic.
It's gotta be good for something.
Oh my gosh!
What is it?
I love that girl. It was just.
Face is just
What is it?
It was like the purest, most raw emotion you could have about your first gun.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she was so stinking excited.
I got my first gun!
Oh, it was
And then I
so.
think she doesn't.
Thank
My
you!
brother opens it up, I think,
so
here.
much.
Gives
Right.
it to her so she can actually see the gun.
Right.
Her face
I
again.
love it! I can't believe it! I knew it.
That comes with rules, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
There's-
Rules and responsibilities.
She's just
There's
beside herself.
Andy's rules and there's Mom's rules.
BBs.
So when Andy gets
And we did
up
shoot it
to
yesterday.
Mom's rules,
That was her first time ever pulled the trigger on any kind of gun. So it was pretty cool. She was a very good student. Listened to everything. Look at her face. So, it's a Humorex, like
First one Stephen pointed
NXG,
out,
I
so
think it
that's
was
not
the model, if
torn.
anybody was wondering.
Yep.
The thing was awesome. So, oh, my brother just joined, so hopefully Marcy's watching, because she's on Pew Pew
It does
Nation right
BBs
now.
and
Hey,
pellets.
Marcy.
So yeah, it was pretty awesome. There was the excitement was genuine for sure. So she had no idea she was getting it. So I was super excited to be the uncle, aunt and uncle and cousin that gave her a gun.
We're great influences.
Thank you so
So yeah, so that was my niece's 9th birthday present from us. It was pretty awesome. And she was pretty damn excited. So pretty cool. I taught her how to shoot it a little bit last night. It was getting dark out. Mosquitoes were going crazy and all that good stuff. So it was a little hard to get out there, but it was pretty awesome. Matthew Brennan said, love it. That's great. Way to go with all the gear, too. Michelle said, proud aunt and uncle.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
I was wiping the tears a little bit.
Oh,
It was really sweet. She was very
And
excited.
I love teaching kids how to shoot. It's just fun. Like, it's just really fun. I love, like, my favorite people to teach and to work with are kids and new students.
Mm-hmm.
People that have never shot before. So there's a couple that were in the class this weekend. Me and Dennis did a CPL class this weekend. And the feedback was amazing. Ashley, I don't know if you're still on here, but Ashley had an awesome post on her Facebook page after the class, and she absolutely loved it. And her post on her Facebook page was amazing because it's exactly the reason I do what I do. It's the reason that I put all this work into the Pew Pew Nation Live, and I put all this work into CPL classes. People think that like I get rich off of CPL classes. I don't make a dime on CPL classes. Once you add up all my time and the materials and everything that I do that's above and beyond what I really have to do according to the state, I literally don't make anything.
Right.
Like it's a lot of work for very, very little money. But I do it because of people like Ashley, who she posted this post about the smile on her face and everything else, and how awesome it was that she was able to shoot a gun, and she had that experience with her father because she took the class with her dad. So really cool experience.
Mm-hmm.
It was fun. So today I have Moey. So I figured we change it up a little bit, and she was gonna talk about women's carry and the obstacles that women run into that men don't run into as much, possibly, and all that good stuff. So it's rewarding. Matt said it's Matt trains too. So he said it's rewarding. It is very rewarding. Debbie said it's in your heart. It is.
Yeah.
And it is. It's a big deal. Like, a lot of people just don't understand that like they think like. The problem is a lot of people have taken CPL classes or training classes with people that are the reason I got into it, that are there to make money. They go into a class, they shoot 5 rounds of 22, and they're like, oh, you hit the target twice out of 5 times, you're good.
Here's your certificate.
Here's your certificate. Thanks for the $100. And that's what they do. They don't get many materials. They don't do anything. My classes, mine and Dennis's classes, you get a ton of material. We give you a $10 magazine.
They're
Outdoors.
personal. They're personal classes. It's intimate, and you learn a lot, and it's a great tool to start your firearms training with.
Pretty much. And then, like I said, more than half the people that take my class end up friends with me, and I go shoot with them and stuff like that. So
right.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to let Moey introduce herself and tell you guys what she does for a living and her background in guns, if you want to talk about that.
All right, so let's kick it off. So I did not start shooting until probably 25 years old. My dad always had firearms in the house. I knew they were there. I knew they were loaded. He didn't ever go over it with me. I knew not to mess with them. They're there for our protection, and that's all I needed to know. It never came up like, let's go to the range or anything. I didn't show any interest. Not till I got older, and then, then I got the bug. So I really haven't done a whole lot up until I was 25. So we took the CPL class actually with my dad shortly thereafter, and I've been pretty much hooked ever since. So I always knew I wanted to be in the outdoor industry. It's always been a real big passion of mine. Obviously, I live with Andy. We're married, so it kind of goes hand in hand.
If she didn't like guns, there'd be issues.
Yeah, I would be living in the wrong house.
Yeah.
So, it's really, really amazing to see, his passion for it. It really rubbed off on me. We have a lot of similar interest in that. So I thought, well, how can I get my feet wet? At the time I was working at the veterinary clinic. I was there for 7 years, loved every aspect of being in the clinic. So I was approached by the editor-in-chief at Athlon Outdoors. Hey, do you want your own women's column? Okay, because, I write. No, but, he needed a woman writer from the perspective. So I said, okay, I'll give it a try. Andy already writes, so what's the worst that could happen? I do 1 or 2 articles. It's not my thing. Okay, I can say that I tried it. Well, I loved it. It was awesome. I've had several articles published in multiple publications with Athlon, so it was great. Then a marketing position opened up with Athlon, and I applied for it, and I got it. So since November, I've been working for Athlon Outdoors. That's why you see me on the podcast all the time commenting, AO is awesome. This is cool. You should buy this magazine, because I love it. I love the brand. I love what we stand behind and who we support. So yeah, I'm AO all the way, and it's really great. And now I can be all in with the outdoor industry. So that was my complete 180, like life-changing moment. So now everyone's stuck with me, and it's great. So that's a little bit of background. And here we are. So we're going to talk about women's carrying. It's very challenging. I'm a curvy girl. I'm always going to have the curves. It's not easy to carry concealed. So they make really great women's products that I was able to kind of delve into when I was writing in the women's column. There's vests, there's bras, there's concealment leggings, there's different purses, bags, you name it, it's out there.
Bras are fantastic. I'm wearing one right now.
It's great. Yeah, I mean, there's amazing companies out there. You're going to pay for these products, let me tell you. The leggings that I have are like $90. But I tell you what, if you want your gun on you, you will wear your gun on you with these leggings. They're great.
Well, that's with any holster, though,
Right.
too. Like, all holsters are not cheap. There's no,
No.
cheap... I mean, there are cheap holsters, but they're also
Right.
cheaply made holsters. They're not comfortable, and if it's not comfortable, you're not going to carry it. You
Hi,
have to be
Marcy.
comfortable with it.
You do.
And Marcy's talking.
I see that. I love you too, honey. Hope you had a good birthday.
Matt Fisher said that finally somebody knew because we're getting old with Andy.
Well, y'all are stuck with me now. So I typically wear the concealment leggings when I carry. I have not found a holster that I have melted with, fallen in love with. Andy's obsessed with his in the waistband, like crossbreed. I don't have one of those, so I'm still working through some things, if you will. But legging carry, if you will, appendix carry for me works great.
The leggings are sweet.
The leggings are great. And
They're pretty cool.
They're compression leggings, so, women, if you're watching, you know what I'm talking about, right? They're great. They're very comfortable. I wear them to the gym all the time. You would never know.
Well, when you could go to
Yeah. So hopefully we can wear them again at the gym. What's the brand of leggings? Yes. So they're called Undercover.
Yep.
I'll send you the link, Katie, and I'll actually post it after. Actually, I can do it right now.
Yeah, Undertech Undercover. Undertech Undercover is actually a pretty cool company. They make all kinds of stuff. So it's not just women's stuff. They have the leggings, but they also have like compression shirts, compression like underwear, stuff like that. And everything they make has holsters built into it. So The leggings have what, 4 different spots you can carry?
I think
either
so.
side,
Yep.
and then
And
either side appendix,
right.
and then either side hip.
Yeah.
And I think there's a smaller back.
There
spot.
is, and I tried that. It's just not comfortable for me. Maybe with someone shaped differently, it might be no problem. I just prefer appendix carry. It's right here. I can draw really easily and know where it is at all times. The vests are a really great option. If people like to wear vests, it's a good for layering, concealment. It's just all personal preference. So, definitely check some things out. I'll post some things after, so you guys can take a look. But I think it's definitely something that we need to be more conscious of, especially with all of this stuff going on right now. I can't stress it enough. You have to be aware of your surroundings. That has been instilled in me since I was little. My dad always told me, don't be distracted to and from the car, keep your keys in your hand, don't be on your phone, just, make eye contact with people. People that don't make eye contact, you are going to be a victim. Don't just be very confident. Someone is not going to, you have a less chance of, getting abducted or, God forbid, shot or something. I don't even know. Like the scenarios, you could go on forever, but just be confident and just look at people in the eye,
So it's not only that, don't let your guard down
Yeah.
anywhere.
Yeah.
So there's a stat that I throw out at my CPL classes, and it's that 38% of all assaults happen in your own home, and then 60% of rapes they occur in your own home during a home invasion. So 60%, over half of rape victims are actually attacked in their own house. So don't let your guard down. That's why it's important to do this stuff. It's important to be comfortable with what you're carrying, have multiple options. Up until just a few years ago, really, women were stuck with men's style holsters. So I have a holster sitting right here, this, a Kydex holster like this, might not be the easiest thing for every woman to carry. Now, this is a really small holster because it's for a really small gun, which we'll show you those in a second. But it might not be for everybody, just like the leggings might not work for everyone.
Right.
So you have to get your own stuff. You have to figure out what works for you. It's like the classic question everybody always asks me, what gun should I buy? Whatever gun fits you right and works for you.
Yep. I have a lot of people ask me that. Well, you're a woman. What do you carry? Well, I've also shot a lot of different guns. When I took the CPL class, I didn't have a gun to use, nor did Andy. So I borrowed one from one of the instructors. It was a Bursa Thunder.
Bursa Thunder 380.
Yeah. It was a great gun.
Because you were shooting my car, weren't you?
Yeah.
She hated the car.
I didn't like the car.
And the car is amazing.
It is.
It's broken, but it wasn't broken. Then it was a brand new gun.
Yeah. So I started with a Bursa Thunder, and that was a great gun. Do I have a Bursa? No. So you need to be comfortable with something. So we can make every recommendation, but you need to just figure it out.
I always tell everybody, what's your budget?
Right.
What's your shooting ability? How much have you shot? And what are you comfortable with? And what are you looking to do with it? If you're looking to carry it, obviously I'm going to push you towards the smaller concealed carry style of firearms. But if you're only going to the range, that little tiny gun might not be the best gun for you. Because I have a little Ruger LCP in the safe right here. It's the biggest piece of junk at the range ever. It hurts your hand. It's a 380.
It's awful.
I'll shoot a 50 cal Desert Eagle one-handed all day long, literally all day long, overshooting that 380 all day long. Because it just destroys you. But I call it my suit gun. If I have to dress up, that thing slides right in the pocket of my suit jacket, and nobody will ever know
like
that I
this
have
big.
it.
I call it the noisy cricket. It's obnoxious. But if I'm carrying appendix, sometimes I'll throw that 380 in my purse too. You just don't know.
Michelle wants to know, do you carry all the time?
Isn't that a nice question? So we're not supposed to really tell people when you carry and when you don't. I would say I carry about 50% of the time. if I am by myself all the time, with Colton all the time, but it's about 50%. I need to get a lot better with that, but that's my honest answer.
Matthew Brennan, he said, I need to get my wife in a class. I want her to carry all the time. Definitely,
Yes.
Matt. Make sure let me know, and we'll get her signed up. CPLclasses.eventbrite.com. You can see my whole class schedule on there. What's up, Jeff? Ann just joined us.
Hello.
Couple people. Zach, Justin, Mickey. What's going on, everybody? Leave us some comments if you guys are just joining us, so we know you're here. We know what's going on. What was the question I was going to ask you? Oh, what do you think of purse carry, bag carry?
I don't think it's safe. I don't like it.
Why not?
So let's play this scenario. So you have your purse or your crossbody on you, keys in hand. What if somebody takes your purse when you're leaving the store?
Yep.
Now what the hell are you going to do? Now they have all of your personal information, for one, your wallet, etc., and they have a loaded gun.
It's not a good situation.
It's easy for a lot of people to throw it in there. And I get it because I do it sometimes too. But you have to be smart about it. It's just not a good idea. I don't
So
like
with
it.
purse or bag carry, whenever I get asked that question, that's why I asked her, because I wanted to see what she would say. I tell everybody that if it's the only option you have, it's better than no option.
Yes.
But with that being said, if somebody is attacking you on the street, what is the first thing they're going after? And that's your purse if you're a woman.
And you're not going to be able to unzip that purse and all of that jazz to get the pistol out yet.
Plus, you got to think about what you're carrying in your purse. So
Correct.
if you're going to carry in a bag or a purse, I highly would recommend carrying a revolver over a semi-auto pistol.
Yep.
A revolver, you can blow holes through that purse all day long. It's just going to keep rotating that cylinder. It's going to be just fine.
Mm-hmm.
That semi-auto, you might get one shot off, and that slide's going to hang up on every single thing. You know, you women know what's in your purse. There's 7 million things. Your whole
You don't
life
want to
is
know
in
what's
that
in
damn
that purse.
thing.
Yeah.
So it's going to hang up on everything. You might get one shot off if you're lucky. But with that revolver, you can keep shooting through the fabric. It's not going to hurt nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's going to hurt the fabric, but
I'd rather just buy a new purse
Yeah.
than have to explain, you know.
Carlos and hello, what's going on? Richard, how's it going, man? Mr. Lashone, you need to email or text me. You forgot about me, I think, and I'm very offended. It's not like you're busy or anything. John, never carry anymore. Back in the day, before shell issue, you should start carrying. I recommend everybody carry a gun if you're confident with a gun. If you're not confident or not comfortable with a gun, don't carry a gun. But some form of protection at least. You gotta protect yourself, especially with everything going on right now. And then, I mean, like the thin blue line stuff. Like, look what's going on right now. Like, we're talking about defunding the police departments. Like, let that sink in for a second. We're going to defund the police departments. It's about the most asinine thing I've ever heard in my life. So, a lot of people are very confused right now. They don't understand the difference between supporting the police and not supporting an asshole who murdered somebody. They don't understand the difference. There's a difference. Millions of officers out there didn't murder somebody.
Right.
They didn't kill George Floyd. One guy did. That's what it was. That guy's in jail right now, being sentenced shortly. So, a murder is a murder. The guy murdered somebody. There's bad seeds in every single group of people. There's bad cops out there, but there's a 99.9% chance that you're going to run into a good cop if you run into any kind of law enforcement. Derek said you need to learn empty hand techniques. I just want to get some of these questions answered real quick so you can safely get your gun. Yes, Derek and we're gonna run one of your classes, Derek. So, Marion, how's it going? Devin, what's up, buddy? How's it going, man? Debbie said it's bullshit. It is.
Yes.
So, back to the thin blue line stuff. Back to what's going on. The one there's all kinds of crap, and I could go on with this literally all day long. But the one thing that I was hearing the other day was about how we're going to send social workers to domestic violence calls.
That's going to end well.
Domestic violence calls for law enforcement are the single most dangerous, one of the single most dangerous things that you could ever go to. More officers are injured, killed, attacked at a domestic violence call than they are walking down the street. This is the most asinine ideas I've ever heard. Defund the police. So pretty much what you're saying is you don't want law enforcement. You don't want them to train. You don't want new hires. If you have a department that needs more people that can't respond in a timely manner to your calls, Detroit, for example, the defensive or the average response times in Detroit for a defensive encounter were like 49 minutes. So pretty much that officer's either going to show up, draw a line around your body, or draw a line around the guy that was going after you. So it's your choice which one it is. But you're telling me that 49 minutes, that's going to go up even more than that. They're not even going to have officers to show up if you defund the police. Like, it's just it's absolutely ridiculous. Let's see what you guys are saying here.
I love that meme that's been on Facebook. It's like the dispatch, like 911. What's your emergency?
I was trying to find it.
I know I'm sure everyone's seen it, and it's like, oh, someone's breaking into my house, and then they're like, well, our thoughts and prayers are with you.
Yeah,
like,
it was
you're
like,
the
okay,
idiots.
we'll be sending thoughts and prayers
Yeah.
immediately instead of officers, because that's all you're going to do. That's what you're going to run into. And the funniest thing is these morons that want to defund the police departments or that are lighting officers on fire on the streets or throwing bricks at them or whatever, is the second that something happens, these people are, call 911, call 911, we need help. Why would I call 911? Why would you need the law enforcement's help if you don't support them? I don't understand it.
Figure it out yourself.
Literally makes no sense to me. Chris said back the blue. Carlos, I know some great cops that I've met through the Army National Guard, so I feel bad for the image behind all of them as a whole right now. I do too, because honestly, I don't know why they even do it anymore. Why wouldn't you just quit? I actually have a friend who I'm not going to name, who's an officer that actually posted that the other day. Like, he's at the point where he wants to just give up. He's a newer officer. He's only been on the force for 3 years, and maybe a little longer than that. But he's a newer officer, and he's like, I'm done. I'm going to look for a new profession. Why would any officer support his community when you're treating them the way they are? It makes no sense. No. I don't see why you would do it. No. Matt Fisher said, people call me a bootlicker. Like, yeah, okay. Devin, they're just idiots. No sense in blaming all the cops for one stupid cop.
Exactly.
Derek said, I dare them. 48 officers were killed last year. Some just ambushed. Yeah, and that number's going to go up. I mean, we've all seen the videos already. We've all been watching this stuff, unfortunately.
Hey, Steph.
And just none of it makes any sense. It really doesn't.
It's really upsetting.
Marion said Detroit cops get $14 an hour to start. Yeah, $14 an hour to be called an asshole, stuff thrown at you, spit on, and then after all that, when they somebody shoots themselves or somebody shoots their friend or whatever, they're yelling for you to come help them. Like, you just spit on me. You just told me I was an asshole.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden you need my help.
No.
Michelle said, love you guys. Love you too, Michelle.
Love you too, Pookie.
Chris said, glad I'm done.
I bet you are.
I don't blame you.
I would have walked.
Police have to put up with a lot. Don't know why anyone would do it, and now everything they have to put up with when they put their lives on the line every day for us. Hey, Steph, what's going on? Yeah, exactly. I just don't understand it anymore. Why would you want to? Like, and I honestly have more respect for these officers with all this crap going on, because they're doing this stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you're getting paid pennies pretty much for what you're doing. Your life is in danger literally every day. I mean, these officers can't even walk out of the house. Like, I'll walk around. I guarantee I can go to the store with this shirt on, and people would yell at me and have issues with it. Or I put this hat on. I wear this hat all the time. My thin blue line hat from Freedom Fatigues. And people would lose their freaking mind at this time, at this point in time right now, and have an issue with it, which I welcome it. Say something to me. Because my question to all of them is always the same. Who are you calling when somebody's breaking in your house? Because the people that don't support the police are also the ones that don't own guns, that are afraid of guns, that vote for Joe Biden, that voted for Hillary Clinton. That's who doesn't support the police. So when you want the government to support you, but then you don't want to work with the services that they can provide you, you're just shooting yourself in the foot.
Basically.
Oh, Debbie said sad. Matt Fisher, why do I feel the need to say love you now?
We love you, Matt.
I love you, Matt. It's okay. You can say you love me.
We're one big happy family.
I love everybody watching right now.
Yep.
Richard said, your logic is exhausting. It is. And that's the problem, is there is no logic anymore. People are so ridiculous, said Michelle. It's 100% true. We need the police and the community to come together as one, not be driven apart.
Yep.
Politics is definitely at play. Like, politics is ridiculously at play with all this stuff. It's really, really quite funny to me that all of this happened at the same time. Like, this
And where's
coronavirus
COVID?
stuff.
Where did that
all of
go?
a sudden it's gone, and it's just, I don't know.
Anyways.
It's a joke.
It's lame.
Like our governor said, make sure you make the right choice during November's election. I know I will. MAGA, baby.
That one. Right there.
Yeah, exactly.
No, that one. There it is.
No more bullshit.
No more bullshit.
That's my Trump flag.
It's actually mine.
Okay. So does anybody have any questions for me, for Moey, for anybody? Comments, questions about the police stuff, women's carry, choosing a gun, any of that kind of stuff, and then we're going to show you a couple guns.
Yeah.
I know a couple people, I think I saw it, maybe not. Let's talk about, real quick, gun's clear, right?
Clear.
We'll show them the gun that you carry, because people
Sure.
probably want to know
That's great.
what is a good women's carry gun.
I honestly think nobody watching voted for Hillary. Or that's right. Not
I
in
would
this-
laugh if they did, though. But
Please out yourself if you are.
I mean, really, if you voted for Hillary and you made a mistake and you're going to fix it in 2020, you're more than welcome.
Yeah.
Marion said, I know I read all the way. How do you feel about the first-time panic buyers? I wonder if they're training any. So that is a great, great question. And then we'll show you the Moey's gun. So I did a whole video.
Thanks, Joe.
I did a whole video series.
Colton's watching a movie.
Yes, Colton is watching a movie. So I did a whole video series on new gun ownership and the importance of training for these new gun owners, because you can't just go buy a gun. I can't just purchase a pistol and then walk out of the store and be like, yeah, got my CPO, I'm going to carry it, because you have no idea what you're doing. So it's very important to train. And actually, it was kind of nice in my CPL class this weekend. I had a few new gun purchasers and a few people that hadn't purchased yet that were interested in purchasing, but they were waiting until after the class. So they were getting information, they were getting some training under their belts, so that they had the education to properly carry a gun. And that's very important. I encourage all of the new gun ownership, honestly. If you are taking that step to protect yourself, awesome. But if you're taking that step to protect yourself and that gun just gets thrown in your safe or in your drawer and you never touch it, that gun is useless to you. It is completely useless because you don't know how to use it. So make sure if you do buy a new gun or you are a new gun owner, give me a call. Give Derek, give Matthew a call. There's a bunch of people that train that I know.
We would love to help and educate. That's what we're doing.
That's literally why we do what we do. So that's why I did the video series for Athlon Outdoors. You can see it on personaldefenseworld.com. And it was a whole series on pistol, shotgun, and rifle, going through the entire thing, how the guns work, steps to get training, things like that. So Joe said your co-host is way better this week. Better looking for sure. Usually I'm getting blinded by Dennis's bald head.
I mean, my
light.
forehead's kind of shiny, but it's hot.
Chauvin and Floyd worked together. Yes, they did. So they knew each other. I know I'm getting a lot of new gun owners. Yeah, same with me, Derek. And I tried to set up a few classes for new gun owners, and nobody really has bitten on it yet. I've done a few like one-on-one things and stuff like that.
It might turn around.
I think a lot of people were afraid to come out because of the Corona stuff, and people didn't know what to do, and the ranges were restricted or not open, and it was kind of a mess because you had just a whole shitstorm of stuff at one time where everybody was buying guns and ammo, but nobody could go shoot them.
Right.
Nobody could use them, so there really was no way to train.
I feel like a lot, people are coming out to train now.
Matt said it's what we do. It's exactly what we do. If you're an instructor, Richard's on here too. Richard's a great instructor as well.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're an instructor and you're not in it to teach new gun owners, you're in the wrong profession.
Yep.
You really are. That's actually what this whole page was about, the Right to Bear Arms page. I got so tired of seeing these internet trolls, these keyboard warriors that were sitting there and like, oh, this person posted a target and the target isn't perfect, 10 round, 1-inch groupings. And they're like, oh, you suck. Like, no, that's not what you do to a new shooter.
No.
New shooters are looking to these kind of pages and to experienced shooters to learn how to do this, to YouTubers, things like that.
Right.
So if you're not in it to help people, get the hell out of it, is pretty much it. So, and there's a lot of people that I know, unfortunately, that aren't in it to help people, that just are bad instructors, that just want to make money. They want to play with guns all day, which is, I don't blame them. That's what I do all day. I play with guns. It's literally my job.
It's pretty much our life.
But I still want, my whole goal with playing with guns is to instruct people and educate people on how they work, the proper ways to use them, things like that. So,
education is key.
My son Jim Keys is helping me to protect me. He's a great son. Thank you, Andy, and your life. You guys are great. No problem. Yeah, you have to rely on your family and friends, and we all are in this together. I mean, my neighborhood here, like some of you guys know where I live, but I have like a little. Well, we used to have a 3-house block here that we all had each other's backs. Now it's kind of me and my kitty corner neighbor here.
It's still good though.
But like, if shit hit the fan, we both know exactly where to find each other and exactly which way we're shooting. So, and that's important. We know who's on whose side.
That's right. Even the worst, you can correct and encourage.
Yep.
Yes.
You can.
Doesn't matter if you've been shooting for 10 years or you're just starting. There's always something you can educate that shooter on.
There is.
And it makes you feel awesome. It makes them feel more confident. It's a great, great thing.
And the thing is to remember too, and I like sometimes you forget this even as an instructor. Like I taught my 9-year-old niece Marcy how to shoot yesterday. It was the first time she ever shot a gun. So, and it's just a BB gun, but I instilled all the safety features, all the rules of gun safety, all that good stuff. Made sure she understood it. She was wearing safety glasses no matter what. Got her to respect the gun. Made sure that was pushed into her head. But as we're shooting, she was getting really discouraged because she was having trouble pulling the trigger. The gun's still a little bit big. She got small hands. She's only 9. And she was having a little trouble pulling the trigger. And she was kind of pushing the trigger sideways, which was making it harder. And so it made me realize real fast, like she was like, I can't do it. And she just kind of like gave up. And I'm like, no, you can do it because the hole that's in the target down there was from you a few minutes ago.
Mm-hmm.
You shot the target already, so you can do it. So when you're teaching new people how to shoot, you guys have to remember, like, even if you're not an instructor and you're taking your significant other out, your mom, your son, your daughter, whatever it is, you have to remember patience. Like, if you instantly start attacking them or getting annoyed with them or pissed off or whatever, they're never going to want to shoot again. The goal is to keep them happy and encouraged. If they're hitting the target, let's say you have the target 10 feet away and they're putting rounds on target, they're probably going to be like, oh, I suck, I can't hit the bullseye. I don't care about the bullseye. If you're hitting paper at 10 feet, you're hitting body.
Yep.
So you're protecting yourself. You're saving your life. And that's what we want. Work on marksmanship later on once you get comfortable with that gun. Another person loves us. Everybody loves us today. I feel loved.
Oh, so much love.
Actually, you guys should light the screen up with hearts, and then I'll really feel loved.
I mean, I was already feeling really good today, but...
Matt said, steal that shirt for me. He just wants to see me shirt.
You should have come to the White Lake Inn for lunch the other day.
He wants to see me
Your
topless.
bitch
That's
ass
all
was
there is.
working.
Jeez, you can't call people names.
Oh, he'll like it. He's feeling the love.
Now I'm feeling the love. Look at all those.
Yeah.
Look at all those things. So
Mostly because of Maureen. Yeah, I'm pretty cool.
Matt, unfortunately, Freedom Fatigues is almost out of these, but they're reordering this week. But go on their website, freedomfatigues.com, and check out. I think this shirt's on sale right now for like $20 or something, so it's worth checking out. I think they're out of larges and possibly out of extra larges, but this is actually an extra large, and it's almost a little small on me. I think it's just this material on this shirt or whatever. So you probably can get away with a 2X.
See, he's feeling it. He said he's feeling it.
So if they have 2Xs in stock, though, I would recommend getting one. It'll piss a lot of people off when you wear it, too. All these Antifa people. Did we miss stuff?
Michelle said, you did a great job of encouraging me and my mom during our class. Awesome job.
Thank you,
Thank
Michelle. Michelle, did you ever get your CPL?
Wife calls me the worst. Well, we're really good at that.
That's true, I feel it. Paul Forrest just joined us. What's up, Paul? All right, so you guys got any other questions for us before we go on to
the best part?
Actually, we were going to show the guns. I forgot. That thing's clear still, right?
Clear, yes.
Okay. So this is, I figured we'll show you guys, since we were talking about women's carry, I'll show you guys what Moey carries. So she started off, this was her Walther. She's obsessed with Walthers.
I love Walther so much.
So this is the PPS, Police Pistol Slim is what PPS stands for.
It's the M1.
It's, as you can see, it's pretty slim. Pretty slim line. Pretty cool gun. A very nice shooting gun. It shoots super flat. But I know she ran into some problems with it. It's a little bit big to carry. It's really not a big gun, but it's a little big to carry for her. So something that you guys have to think about. This thing actually is kind of weird. It has no magazine release button.
It's
it has
fancy.
a little lever on the bottom of the, I don't know if you can even see that, on the bottom of the trigger guard there. So most people are like, oh, I hate that mag release. It's actually sweet. So what I do is I just pull my middle finger off, and it's super fast. I actually like it. Once I shot it a few times.
Yeah, you
so
have
this
to get
is
used to it.
This is the PPS, Walther PPS. This is the M1. There's an M2 version out, which is even nicer.
Which my birthday's coming up in a couple months, so that's going to happen.
Where's my Scorpion?
It's on the way. USPS lost it.
That's not the Scorpion they lost. So then, is this one clear?
Clear.
So then I got, see, she acts like I didn't get her anything. Then I got her the SIG, the 365 XL. So this is the XL version of the 365. It's a little bit longer barrel, a little longer slide, tiny bit longer on the grip here. Holds 12 rounds. About the same, probably about the same width as the, they're about the same. But it is it's a much smaller pistol. Has the flat trigger on it, the XL model does. And it's awesome. And this is much easier for her to carry, I believe, right?
Yes.
She's had a little bit more luck with this thing. That's actually what this holster is for, is this. And I think you've appendix carried with this holster, right?
I have.
So,
It's not bad.
Just some options. Figured you guys would want to see what she actually carries. So,
Yeah, Stephanie, we definitely need to go to the range.
Matt said that shirt's tight because we haven't been skating. Yeah, and because of the mac and cheese I made the other day, Matt.
Oh yeah, that was good.
Matt does competition barbecue, and I'm not gonna lie, Matt. I'm gonna make you this mac and cheese, and I think you're gonna make it in a competition.
He definitely should.
It was the shit. That's all there is to it. What is nope? Not yet.
She didn't get her CPL yet. Girl, you better get it.
What are you waiting for? All the offices are open now. Well, you do have to call and make an appointment, but Michelle, you need to go get your CPL.
Do it.
Moey needs to take me shooting.
Yeah.
Moey will take you shooting. I'll take you shooting. Can I come?
Anyone can come.
Can I come at least? Stephanie's like leaving me out here.
It's because I'm better. You know what? I'm going to do my own podcast. I'm going to steal your show.
See ya.
Bye.
All right. Does anybody else have any questions? Katie has a Ruger LC9S.
Nice.
Katie, do you have your CPL?
Katie, you are pretty badass.
She is.
I mean,
She rode over to our house on a friggin'
this super cool motorcycle.
Yeah. It's not a Harley. I can't remember what kind she has.
I don't know, but it's
It
awesome.
is badass.
She's a cool chick. I like her.
Katie's like almost legal midget height too, and she was riding this thing.
She looks
She's a
pretty
badass.
awesome. I love her.
Nope, girls only. Fine. Then she can bring all of the guns that she doesn't actually own. She only owns one gun in her name. And all of that ammo is mine. Good luck.
Good thing I know where the key is, so I'll just take what I need.
Need more women instructors. We do need more women instructors. And there's not a whole lot of women instructors out there. Yamaha, that's what it is. It's a
Okay.
Yamaha what, though? Because, like, I think of Yamaha, I don't think of,
I
like,
think like a
badass.
crotch rocket
Yeah, I don't
type
think of, like,
thing. Yeah.
badass.
No, you definitely own it. You're pretty awesome.
Stephanie said jerk.
It's all right, Steph. We'll be fine.
Yes.
No more questions for you peeps?
Take Courtney Brennan. She needs the CPL class.
Hey,
Let's do it.
Dennis.
What's up, Dennis? Did you finally get off work? Dennis wasn't with us tonight because he's one of these guys that had to go back to work.
Christopher.
And he's now now working late. So I'm assuming he's finally home now. But Katie has an XVS 650. The thing is badass.
It's really... You should come by tomorrow, too.
Chris said he's going to watch your new show.
I'll think of a cool show.
She tried one once. It was Fishing with Moey.
It failed.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Only 3 episodes.
3 episodes. Katie said, "Hey, Dennis." All right. So
All
you guys
right.
want to see the P1, the Walther P1? So this gun. So there's a P38 is the original P1, pretty much.
Hey, where's that Walther guy? Who was that? Remember he just
I
like
don't remember
went
who it
rogue?
was. Yeah, I don't know. If he's on here, you better comment.
Yeah.
I don't remember who it was now, but so the Walther P38, I've always wanted one. They're super cool guns. They were carried by the Nazis in World War II, and I'm Jewish, in case anybody didn't know that.
I'm German.
And I think that Nazi paraphernalia is super cool. It's history. It's just like KKK stuff, all that stuff. It doesn't make you racist. It doesn't make you a bigot or anything like that. It literally is just cool. It is history. I am a history nerd, and I love that stuff. So I picked up this Walther. This is a P1. So the difference between a P38 and a P1, well, other than the year it was made, P38 was made in 1938, or they started them in 1938. The P1s came later in the 50s and 60s. P1s have an aluminum frame, so all of this here is aluminum, and the P38s had a steel frame. So that's really the difference. But I wanted to turn our P1 into a P38 pretty much, so I kind of made it a clone, and if you can see, it's hard to see on the video, check out the grips. So these are actual Nazi grips. These aren't reproductions. These were actual Nazi grips. It took me forever to find them.
I begged him for these grips. I begged him.
It took me forever to find these things. So it kind of turned the P1 into a P38 clone, I guess.
Yeah.
But these are actually Nazi grips that I got for this thing. So it's pretty cool. This model particularly was from 1964 is the serial number stamped on it. I cleaned it all up. I have not shot it yet. So if you guys want more information on the P1, I'm going to show you guys a little video here, or the P38. See you later, Derek. Thanks for joining us, man. If you can get back on, we got some cool giveaways coming up. So here's a little history on the...
Oh, no.
Oh, that's bad.
No power.
Yeah, now we're going to disconnect. That's some bullshit. It's not even doing it. It's sunny out.
Damn it.
Did it disconnect yet?
We have no power.
No, it's gone. Internet's gone.
Saucy? You alright, baby? Okay. Yeah, I know.
buddy.
We lost power. There's no beach.
Well, that's the end of that.
We lost